Hi, Facebook fam. So if you're living in New York, it is 11 o'clock at night and I decided to do a live. Usually lives are in the morning, wishing you guys a good morning. But today was a little bit of a busy morning. So I wanted to pop on here and see how your day went, how your Tuesday was. Today the weather here in New York wasn't so great. It started to get better later on towards the evening time, but in the beginning of the morning it was really cloudy. It was raining. So on days that it's cloudy, we have to create our own sunshine, right? So yeah, I don't like cloudy days. So I do things that I know are gonna make me feel happier. I either meditate, I listen to music, I sing, all these things that are going to make me feel happier on cloudy days, because cloudy days, it's crappy outside and you want to feel good, so you have to do things. You have to create your own sunshine on days when it's not sunny out, right? So literally for me, hold on a second. So I honestly thought that I would never see the sun shining. This was like, I don't know, 7 years ago. I honestly thought that I would never see the sun shining again. And what did I do? I started to listen to music. I started to listen to positive music, beautiful music, like Celine Dion. She's my favorite singer. I used to listen to her songs, right? Like the one that I posted on my story today, I'm Alive. Basically, you're alive, like if you listen to that first thing in the morning, it's like, who wouldn't feel grateful? Who wouldn't feel better? So like, that's what I do. Like when, I have bad mornings or mornings that I'm unmotivated. So I was actually talking to a friend earlier, and she was telling me about a problem of hers, and she wasn't feeling well and she was feeling kind of sad. So, I gave her some advice. I told her to practice gratitude. I told her to think about what's thriving in her life. What are some of the positives of her life? It's really up to us to create our own happiness. If you're not feeling happy, if you're feeling down and gloomy, you have to do things that are going to make you switch the game, right? Switch it to positive. Like if you're feeling down, if you practice gratitude, think about everything that's thriving in your life. Think about what you do have rather than focusing on what's lacking and what is missing. Then you're going to become a happier person, right? Automatically. Gratitude literally is like the biggest multiplier. It'll instantly turn on that happy, switch in your head, and you'll be smiling. So I gave her that advice, and automatically she was like, wow, I feel much better, So honestly speaking, today was the first day of the fitness competition, Miss Health and Fitness. And last year, I ran for this competition. I did this competition last year as well. However, I joined the competition last year a little bit late. I didn't think that I had a chance to be in the competition because, I don't know, fear, doubt, negativity. And also I thought like you had to be really lean and like a fitness model body, like a bodybuilder, in order to win this competition. But it's really not that. It's really based on votes and who you know and who supports you, right? So today I posted my link on my page, and I texted some of you on Messenger separately that I would appreciate it if you vote for me. This competition does mean a lot to me, but not because I want to win the $20,000. That's really not my number one priority for wanting to win this. My reason for wanting to win this competition and this title is to use my story to empower other women, especially single moms. Like, I want to empower single moms with my story. And besides winning $20,000, if you win this competition title, you will get a 2-page spread in the magazine with your story. And that's what I'm about. Like, if I can make a person feel better by just talking about gratitude, a person who's not feeling good and she's feeling sad, a friend of mine, and she said, "Thank you. I feel so much better talking to you." And that's just talking about gratitude. If I sit there and I share my story with women all around the world in that magazine spread, then I'm changing a lot of lives. I'm impacting a lot of women. I'm making a lot of women feel damn good about themselves and having hope, especially if you're a single mother. Like, that's the reason why I love sharing my story. And I started sharing my story because people like my friend needed some words of encouragement, needed to know that if you're going through something in your life right now, it's not going to be forever. You're not always going to be, drowning. You're not always going to be victim in that victim mentality. There is life on the other side, right? The grass, what is that saying? The grass is greener on the other side. Yes, you will make it. Life is seasonal. You're not always going to be in this state. But once I started sharing my story, once I started telling other women my personal story, they started to say, wow, like, she made it through and look at where she was. And that would give them hope. That would give them a sense of hope and optimism. So that's why, the main reason why I want to win this competition is to spread positivity amongst women and women empowerment, and to show women that you can do anything as long as you don't give up on yourself. Like, for instance, I could have given up on myself. I didn't win the last competition, and that's okay. But there's a saying that winners never quit and quitters never win, right? Or winners never lose and losers never win. So I'm not going to let that get to me. I'm not going to let my circumstances of what happened last year dictate if I'm going to participate, which I am participating, but I'm not going to let that bring me down and put fear into my head that I didn't, or doubt that I didn't get it last year and I'm not going to get it this year. I'm going into it, and whatever happens, happens, but at least I'm not giving up on myself. At least I'm trying, right? Never, ever, ever give up, no matter how hard your life gets. You have to keep going. Keep going and keep your head up. Hold your head up, okay? Hold your head up no matter what is going on, because life is beautiful, but you just have to look for the beauty in it. You have to realize that every single person in this world is going through something. Everyone has a story. Everyone is tested with something, okay? Trust me. If they're not, they're not normal. I'm telling you, every single person that you don't know about it. You think right now you have all the problems in the world, right? But do you really? When you really think about it, right? You have food in your stomach. You have a roof over your head. You're sleeping in a warm bed at night. You have your family. Like, those are the main things that you need in your life. But most importantly, most importantly is your health. Your health is your greatest wealth. And I realized that a little bit too late after I let stress get to me. Yes, I do have my health. Yes, I am healthy, but I could have prevented certain physical manifestations in my body from happening had I known what I know now, that I get to choose my thoughts. I get to choose how I'm going to react to whatever it is. So we can't control what's happening in our lives, right? But what we do have control over is how we react to whatever is happening in our lives. So how are you going to react to your circumstances? Are you constantly, forever going to be a victim of your circumstances? Or are you going to get your shit together and you're going to put in the work on yourself and sit with your feelings and feel them and heal from whatever pain or sadness or grief or whatever it is that you're feeling? Because you do have the ability to heal if you feel. Right? Feeling to healing. If you feel your feelings, if you don't suppress them, if you don't bury them under the rug every time they come up to the surface and you don't want to feel them, because let's face it, nobody wants to feel like shit. But feel the feelings and you will heal. Like, once I started to realize that I'm responsible for my life. I'm responsible. The only person that is responsible for your life is you. Not your mother, not your father, not your children. When you are in bed and you don't want to wake up in the morning, and trust me, I used to have a lot of those mornings. Nobody was going to save me. Nobody. Yeah, your parents will sometimes be there. They'll check up on you or whatnot. But nobody is ultimately going to drag you out of that bed. It's up to you to motivate yourself. It's up to you to motivate yourself and to literally say that I'm not going to be a victim of my circumstances any longer. I'm going to rise up above this. I'm going to conquer whatever this obstacle or hardship or challenge is, and I'm going to make it. Right? So whatever it is that arises in our lives, you have to look at it in a way whereas you're not the only one. I'm not the only one. You have to say, I'm not the only one. Everybody is struggling through something, but in a different way. And you have to not be a victim of your past. You, this is my favorite new saying, have to be victorious about your future, right? What the future holds for you. The possibilities are endless, but you have to believe in that. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you have the ability to thrive and not just survive, and that you can overcome any obstacle, any hurdle, any detour, and any storm. It's possible, but you have to make that decision, and you have to say yes to yourself, and you have to take care of yourself, and be the person that take responsibility and ownership for your life. Take ownership for your feelings. Take ownership for dragging yourself out of bed when you don't want to, right? For changing your thoughts whenever you're thinking all those negative and pessimistic thoughts and changing it to the positive. Switching the game, right? And if you do that, you will automatically start healing, or you automatically start feeling better and happier, and you'll see, that things will change. But first of all, you have to make that decision that you want different things. You want different in your life. You want to have a different type of life. Like, you don't want to always be in the same situation day in and day out. You want to overcome whatever you're going through. And how do you do that? You have to heal. You have to feel your feelings. You have to feel the hurt. You have to feel the resent. You have to feel the hatred, the anger, the blame, the shame. Forgive yourself for whatever it is that you did, or whoever it is that did something to you. You have to be willing to let go and surrender and trust in God and know that, whatever is bestowed upon you, whatever is brought upon you is for your highest good, and that one day you will see that it's for your highest good. One day you will realize that this was meant to teach me a lesson. It was not just a lesson, it was a blessing. Like, for me, my divorce, I thought I was going to die. I thought, like, oh my God, my life is over. But now, because I'm on the other side of it, I see it as a blessing and a lesson. Had it not been for my divorce, I would not be the person that I am today. I would not be talking to you guys the way I am talking today. I would not have been able to share my story with all the women that I have shared my story with, or men, single men, or whoever who has been struggling something. When they hear your story, when they hear my story and I make them smile and I give them a sense of hope, that's what makes me happy. That's why I share it. That's why I encourage you guys to share your story, to just talk about it. It'll make you feel better, and at the same time, you'll be making somebody else feel better. You'll be putting a smile on somebody else's face because you're giving them hope. They might be literally wanting to take their life. They might be like so down, like they've hit rock bottom, and you come out of nowhere and you share your story with them. Wow, that's amazing. They're gonna start smiling. Their face is gonna start to light up with hope, with a sense of optimism. So you really, really, really need to open your mouth and share your story, and stop being a victim of your circumstances, because it's all in your hands. Besides, God is the creator of us. He has brought us into this world, but you get to create what kind of life you want to live. And that starts with the thoughts that you think, okay? It starts with your emotions, your thoughts, your feelings. You get to choose all of that, and the action that you take. Are you going to continue being where you are today, or are you going to switch it up? Are you going to be living your fears, or are you going to be living your dreams? Like, you need to decide that. And that's really why I want to win this competition. I want to empower women. I want to share my story with as many people as I can, and show women, mostly women, it could be men too, that you never ever give up on what you want. Yeah, you might have failed one time, like as I did in the competition last year, but that didn't stop me from trying again, right? That didn't make me say, okay, I lost, I suck, I'm a quitter. No, my family said, oh, you're doing the competition again? And I said, yes, I'm doing the competition again. I'm doing it again. I'm going for it again. They were like surprised. They're like, oh no, again? But as long as you believe in yourself, as long as I believe in myself, that's the most important thing. And whatever happens, happens, but at least I'm putting myself out there. At least I'm trying to make a difference in other people's lives. At least I'm trying to motivate, inspire, and help others feel good, and influence others with my story, with whatever it is that I share on a daily basis, right? I know that I have the ability to make one person feel better. Put a smile on one person's face, at least one person's face a day. I have the ability to make a person say, because of you, I didn't give up. When I have that happening, my job is done. That's fine. Title or no title. I share because I want to inspire. I share because I want to motivate. I share because I want to help other people feel good about themselves. I want to, feeling good is everything to me nowadays, because there used to be a time that I could not feel good. And now that I do, with all the healing work that I have done on myself, I want to now share that with others, share my tools with others, share my story with others, so I can help them overcome whatever it is that they're going through. So, before my phone dies, because I'm still having trouble with this phone, I am going to say goodnight to you guys. My new phone is arriving tomorrow night. So for 1 week now, my phone does not charge with a regular charger. It does not charge with the charger that goes into the phone. I have to put it on this circle thing that literally takes forever to charge. It takes 20 minutes to get 5%. And it's frustrating as heck. It's really frustrating. But I'm being patient. I'm being patient for my new phone to come tomorrow. And it's going to happen whenever it happens. Tomorrow it comes, okay, good. If not, whatever. Life goes on. There's much, much more going on in the world. It's not a problem, right? You just have to understand that obstacles are going to come. Shit's going to happen. Shit's going to hit the fan. Things are going to happen. Problems are going to come here and there, left and right. But it's how you react to everything. You have to always react to things that are going on in your life with a sense of playfulness. Lately, no matter how I feel, even if I feel like absolute crap, I try to laugh. I try to laugh it off. I try to make myself feel good by being silly. Sometimes you have to act like your 10-year-old self, and, sometimes you have to be like that. Sometimes my daughter tells me, Mom, are you the child or are you the mother? Because I do act like a 16-year-old sometimes. So what I'm trying to say is that you get to choose every day. I get to choose every day how we react to whatever it is that is happening in our lives. It's only 10% what happens to you and 90% how you choose to react to what happens to you. So just remember that. You have the ball in your hand, okay? You have, what is it called? The ball is in your court or in your hand, something like that. You get to choose, okay? Or let's say your mind is a Ferrari and you are the driver of that Ferrari. You get to choose where you want to drive your Ferrari. So think about that. If you're in New York and you're about to, put your head down and go to sleep, if you're watching this or whatever, think about that before you go to sleep. Tomorrow, how do you want to feel when you wake up in the morning? Set an intention about how you want to feel tomorrow morning when you wake up and watch that happen. Alrighty, guys, have an amazing, amazing night wherever you are in the world. And please, please don't forget to vote. Daily vote. It's all I need, just a daily vote, and it takes a second for you to click on the button. I'll post it every day on my page as well, but just that's all I would really, really, really appreciate for you taking a second of your day, a minute of your day to click on that button and give me your vote and support. That would really, really mean the world to me and make me smile. Okay, good night.